Hello guys, welcome back to the SQL section of Data Engineering with Animesh, and today we are jumping on to our 20th SQL section in our LeetCode series. So without wasting time, let's get directly to the question. So the question is number of employees which report to each employee. Okay, so this question basically has only one table, which is name employees, and the columns are employee ID, which is in type, name, reports to, and age. So employee ID is the column with unique value for this table. This table contains information about the employees and the ID of the manager they report to. Some employees do not report to anyone. That is, reports to is null. Okay, understood. So basically, the every employee ID would have a column known as reports to, where there would be a ID of the manager if they report to any manager. If there are any senior people who do not have any manager, it would be a null value to them. For this problem, we will consider a manager, an employee who has at least one other employee reporting to them. So, who is a manager? Who has at least one other employee reporting to them. Write a solution to report the IDs and the name of all managers and the number of employees who directly report to them and the average age of the reports rounded to the nearest integer. Return the result table ordered by employee ID. Okay, so basically what I have to do is I have to find the employee ID, name of the manager, the number of people that reports to that manager, and the average age of those people. Okay, so let's take the example. See, suppose for employee ID 9, the name is Hershey, reports to null. So he or she does not have any manager, and age is 43. If the in the output, see, employee ID name and how many people reports to Hershey, there are two people who reports to Hershey, 6 and 4, and their average age should be 41 plus 36 divided by 2, so which is 38.5, and you have to round it to the nearest integer. I will show you how you round it to the nearest integer. So okay, now let's get directly to the question. One thing is for sure, as because you have to compare this column with this column, right? So consider it as a case of self join, or what it is a case of self join. So consider these two as two different tables. Consider this as one table and this as two tables. So how you will see that which employee ID is the manager and which people reports to. If for this employee ID, for this column, suppose I say this employees even employee ID is equals to E2 dot reports to, means ये कॉलम अगर ये कॉलम reports to वाले कॉलम पे मैच हो रहा है, so means this employee is the manager of these two employees, right? So likewise we will do. So first we'll take from employees E1. Suppose this is E1 table. Then employees E2. This is E2 where E1 dot employee ID E1 dot employee ID. So this one is is equals to E2 dot then reports to. Okay, E2 dot reports to. Okay, so suppose our SQL engine will come here, employee ID. Okay, this is employee ID is 9 for even. How many employee ID matches, how many 9 are there in the reports to column? He will say, okay, 2 are there. Got it. Now we have to calculate the count and age of these two, right? So somewhere we have to group by. So I will do a group by. And what we have to find out? The employee ID and name of the manager. Okay. So basically with even dot employee ID, because we are grouping basis of these employee ID कि इस employee ID के अंदर कितने और इस एम्प्लॉय आईडी को कितने लोग रिपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. सो वी विल ग्रुप बाय 9 and e1 dot name. Now we will go in our select statement. Select e1 dot name e2, oh sorry, e1 dot employee id first, right? Employee underscore id comma e1 dot name. The next thing what we have to find out, count of people who reports to. Okay, so count of e2 dot employee id. Okay, so basically there would be a group formed as like this, that for 9 there would be 6 and 4. So count will give you 2, and then we have to find out average. So average is a function, and you can easily let average age, but round to the nearest integer. So for rounding to the nearest integer, you just have to give round and no parameters. Okay. So now I will remove this and I will try to run from employee one. I think count as I need to give alias also as reports count, and this should be as average age. Now I'm running this column age in the, okay, sorry, e2 dot age, because we are finding age from, if you are considering this and this as separate table for our understanding, so we are finding age from this table, right? So e2 dot age. Be very careful with the aliasing when you are using these joins, because that create confusion. Just if you have to use, if you have to use self join, just make in your rough copy or notepad two same tables, because then you will be able to understand where to join. Okay, another error, employee id. Sorry, it's 5 in the morning and I'm making this video, so I beg your pardon. I will better in my next video. So where even, yeah, so it is accepted. Okay, so we are getting the required result. So I hope you would have understood this question. I will see you in my next video. Till then, keep practicing, keep learning, and goodbye.